LA traffic and like Kim Kardashian for like 5 minutes.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny. Wait, should we mention that? We have a special guest today. I'll be inviting Dorothy Chan. She's a friend of mine from college, and we've been getting closer ever since then. And so, with her and I, we're just going to be talking about our transition into the early stage of the young adult life. And unfortunately, the beginning stage of that happened during the pandemic. So, we'll just be catching up to see how she's doing, and also we've also encountered our living situations in LA, so we'll be also discussing our own experience of LA. And I guess I will spill the tea of why I left LA. So yeah, so let's bring Dorothy in. So we'll just wait for her. Okay, there she is.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I can't see your video. Oh, you're like sideways.
Oh, I am.
Yeah. That's okay.
There we go.
Technical difficulty, so it's okay.
Okay.
Oh wow,
better?
we're wearing blue.
Matching the twins. The universe.
Oh man. So
girl, I got my tea.
Ooh,
she
nice.
requested.
I also have my coffee too.
Ooh, life is good.
Yes, life is good.
That is true.
So what kind of coffee did you get yourself?
It's a little Earl Grey tea moment.
Ooh,
brew
so you went for the tea.
One.
That's so cute. You should get. Do they have like the mama pot? I don't know what her name is.
They actually do. They have the teacup. They have the teapot.
Oh, okay.
And like, but like I'm not gonna use it, so I just didn't get it.
Oh man, that'd be so cute, like with the set and the cups too. Yeah. The little baby ones, the kiddos.
I know.
That'd be so cute.
This is as small as it gets. It's an actual cup.
Mug. Yeah. Hey,
but
works.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for joining me. This is like my first podcast video, like whatever.
Yes.
Grab a coffee.
Kind of yes, visual podcast.
Yeah.
Love that.
Cause like this YouTube channel that I named is called Graceful Diary, and so because community is such a big part of my life, I thought that I invite people in to this type of platform and just talk about, you know, something meaningful. It doesn't have to be meaningful. It could be about anything, you know?
Love that.
Yeah, so this is something that I like just started doing. I don't have like a really clear direction of like where I want this to go. But let's just relax and have fun and just talk. Grab a coffee.
Yeah.
I sound so cliche.
So,
but yeah.
Speaking of meaningful topics, what are we talking about today?
Yeah, so well, first of all, like, this whole pandemic is such a big deal. And so I want to ask you, like, how you're doing with that and, like, mental health-wise and also like career as well, because you're an artist, right? You have your own band with Jisoo called
Sundial.
Yeah, so if you can share some of that with us, that'll be really awesome.
Okay. Well, this pandemic has definitely been crazy, right? And like you said, I make music with Jisoo as like my job, and I'm very privileged and blessed to be able to still have a job during this whole thing, because not a lot of people do, and we do recognize that. That being said, though, it is very different compared to like regular day-to-day like working, as opposed to like the pandemic, because then we get to collaborate with people in person and meet with people in person, and we definitely don't get the luxury of that anymore. But bright side is we get Zoom. We get FaceTime.
Like what we're using right now, Zoom.
I know, like this right now. So it's good, and we can definitely adjust to everything that's going on. And it's very important to look at the positive sides of things. And I think with this pandemic, it really allowed me and Jisoo to really appreciate time together to actually work on our craft and make music. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah. Well, first, like, I think that's really inspiring and really encouraging to hear from you that you're trying to be positive about whatever outcome that may happen during this uncertain time. I think, especially for me, I have this huge fear of the unknown. I'm like a structured type of girl, and I just follow through it, and eventually it just happens. And this is like the first time where I literally have nothing on the paper, and so this is like a new journey for me, kind of to really accept whatever comes in my way. And so it's really encouraging to hear that you and Chizu are trying to be positive as much as you can. So that's awesome.
Aww. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because I know we both talked about the fear of the unknown, and like we FaceTime a lot. Obviously, like when it's not being recorded, and we talk about that a lot and how it stresses us both out, because as young adults and as people, or as kids in like our early 20s, like that's really our time to explore and like travel and like see what is out there for us. And with this pandemic, it's been really hard for us to do that, right?
Yeah, that's so true.
So how would you say you're adjusting to everything with regards to being a music therapist and everything?
Yeah. So I ended my internship in January, this past January. I was going to stay there, but then I had to take my board exam certification for music therapy. So during that time of studying, maybe I thought it would be better to stay in North Carolina so I can save money and spend time with family. But I feel like I came at the right perfect time. Like when I came back, like boom, pandemic happened out of nowhere. So with all of this, I've been studying, but it's really hard to focus at home. So I've had a really huge challenge in that. Also with everything that has changed in the music therapy field, has been worrisome, but then I feel like I'm doing my very best to be hopeful. Because like I recently read on a news article that singing actually is one of the most activity where water droplets can be like poured out than just talking. And so knowing that, definitely like I think it was like a shocker to music therapists, because like singing is our main instrument that we use. So I mean right now, a lot of the music therapists are doing virtual telehealth sessions, but it's not looking so great when the cases are going up and the COVID-19 symptoms are changing, and it's just different. But yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what I'm doing, but but I'm doing the best that I can to, keep my head up. Hey.
Yeah, that's the
real tea.
attitude.
Giving you guys authentic, real me right now.
True. Yeah, no, I can't imagine how, like, it definitely must be really different to like not interact with kids in person and do it on Zoom. Like how, like I'm sure that's a lot more challenging.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Hopeful.
It'll be over soon. Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you and I were both in LA, right?
Yeah.
Should we talk about that?
Yeah,
Like,
of
what
course.
happened?
Oh man, LA.
Yeah.
A lot of
So
stuff happened in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about for you, but for me, like, wow, it was a cultural, shocking experience that I've ever encountered.
Yeah, same. Yeah. It's like nothing that I've ever seen before. Like, because we both study in Boston, right? And you're from North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never been to the West Coast, and it's so different here. Like, everyone is super career driven, and that's so inspiring. But at the same time, like, that comes with like some sense of like being lonely in like such a big city where everyone's trying to chase their dreams. And yeah, how did you feel about everything?
I completely agree. 100%. Been there. Not there anymore because I'm not in LA, but yeah, I definitely encountered a lot of loneliness in LA. I know that I would go over to your house like once every week because I'm just like so overwhelmed with LA's culture. I think I think it was after I graduated college or like before, a lot of the upperclassmen warned me about LA. And I didn't understand them. Yeah, they were saying like LA's gonna kick your butt. You won't find Jesus there. Like you're gonna.
I mean, they're right though.
Yeah, I know. We could talk about that later. And also like, yeah, and I thought that I would be okay if I didn't plug myself into those type of situations or community. But wherever I went, it just like influenced me. Like it was crazy. It was very overwhelming too, and it was like affecting me mentally and physically as well. It's funny how like we both say like we felt that loneliness, and I feel like definitely what you said, like people are hustling, they're like doing their own thing, and we're just like so caught up in the moment, like the busyness, like we always have to hustle in order to feel like we're doing something, like to reach whatever goal or success we're trying to get, which is understandable, like I get it. But I think for the both of us, like it just shows that our value and like our priority isn't all about work. You know, like we both care about the quality of life. We both care about, you know, community. And I find that very valuable. And like I also feel like we are learning, you know, like this young adult stage life, this at least like the beginning part of it. We still have like so many things to learn. But yeah, I think us living in LA definitely has taught a lot about us, what we prioritize in, what our end goal is, and what we see as a bigger picture in our lives.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, especially about the like actively trying not to insert yourselves into the communities that you don't want to be a part of, but you are still influenced by it because you're just kind of around it all the time. Like I really I get that too, because like yeah, it's just really hard to separate like work and then life here, I feel like. And it's definitely hard to find a balance. And at times it's like very overwhelming. Like like what you said, you do have to feel like you're constantly working because everyone's doing that here. And yeah, like it, especially like in this pandemic, like I'm sure for you as well, like even though me and Jisoo are out here, like we somehow like did find direction and like did look towards God because we aren't out all the time, you know what I mean? Like distracted. Like we kind of have to look inward. And like this quarantine has like really made everybody, I'm sure, like self-reflect about like who they really are, what they really value in life. Like work is just like a small part of, you know, life. It's like, yeah,
I agree. And I think that's just like a training mental process that our like society as musician has taught us. You know, getting a job right away, or you know, because like it's really hard to get gigs. It's not just like it's not as simple as it may seem, you know. So I think that's what it is. But yeah, so like when I mentioned about like the upperclassmen mentioning to me that you won't find Jesus in LA, we've gone through like 6 different churches within 6 months because I was there for 6 months and we were church hopping together with Jisoo and Paul. Wow, that was super, super tough. Like, I never knew finding a church would be so difficult. And like, really, like, spiritual warfare is so real.
Oh, yeah, that is so true.
Yeah, it definitely challenges your faith a lot.
Yeah.
So did you end up finding a church in LA?
Well, right now in quarantine, I did find one online and I've been watching their sermons, which is like amazing. And I really like that. But I think once quarantine is over and maybe if we want to visit that church, like it would really depend on like the community.
Right.
And I know you and I both went to a church called New Story, and like that's the one that like me, Jisoo, and like Paul and like you, like the 4 of us, like we really like that place because the sense of community is so nice there. And yeah, I would say we did found a church, like, but it was a very long and like hard, like it was a long journey to get there. Like we did do a lot of church hopping and it was like tough.
Yeah, I agree. And I can't imagine like doing that by ourselves. I think we got lucky like finding this new adventure / home together.
Yeah.
So I think like being able to share that hungriness for God and just finding that home and that rest that we need. Being able to like rely on each other and like give our shoulders to each other to like lean on, like yeah, that was like I will never forget that. And like I think I will, it just like challenged me in like so many different ways and just learned the importance of community and just finding the right people in your life.
Yeah, that's so true. Like it's really nice like to be able to just like find a lot of peace in God like during this like hard time, and then like connecting with you about it, like it brought us a lot closer and like I feel like it would bring everybody closer.
I love you.
I love you too, girl.
So Dorothy, is there like anywhere that like you always wanted to travel, like specifically like in LA?
In LA.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's in LA, but it's like I've always wanted to like go to like the national parks. Like yeah, and I've also wanted to. I thought you would say
something else.
Huh?
I thought you would say like Calabasas or Hidden Hills.
I was getting to that, girl. I was getting to that. I really want to go see Kylie Jenner's house. I want to see Cardi B's house.
Oh my
I want to see
Jeffree Star.
That's at Hidden Hills, right?
I think so. Yeah. Hidden
Yeah.
Hills. But, okay, I think it's Jeffree Star that lives in Calabasas. Or is Calabasas a
Oh yeah.
city? And, like,
Jeffree Star, yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah, he lives in a mansion. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay. And is there, like, an ideal, like, place where you want to, like, settle down with Jisoo?
Well, I know we both talk about this, like, a lot, you know? Like, you and I, like, that's all we ever talk about really nowadays is, like, where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna settle?
Yeah.
And, like, Jisoo has family in Georgia, and after living in LA for, like, a couple of years, like, I wanted LA to be my, like, permanent home and, like, live here and have, like, a huge mansion here and then, like, you know, like, everything, like, live by the beach and whatever, if that actually happens or when that actually happens. But that just doesn't seem, like, this just doesn't seem like home to me. Like, I feel like home would be, like, closer to family and friends, and I think Georgia is, like, would be a very, very, very nice place to settle down in the future. And, yeah, I mean, do you feel the same way?
Yeah,
North Carolina?
Yeah.
How you feeling about that?
Yes, I am so desperate to seek some kind of stability. I'm so tired of, like, moving around. Definitely, like, I had the privilege to go to college out of state and have an internship in LA, so I definitely don't take that for granted at all. But I think now I just want to just, like, take it easy, take it slow, you know. These, like, working at big brands, like, or high company, whatever, it's great, but then I think I just want to, I don't want to rush into things anymore. I just want that steady momentum.
Yeah.
And I feel like Georgia is a great place for me to start. It's a lot more affordable. And, like, the metro city in Atlanta is pretty big. Like, the music industry is pretty big there. And surprisingly, there's a lot of music therapists that are working in different companies in Georgia. A lot of self-employment, music therapists. Yeah, there's just, like, a lot of activities going on in that field. So I was very surprised by that.
That's so cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was doing my research this whole quarantine, just trying to figure out what to do with my life. No, I'm just kidding.
Where to move.
Yeah. So yeah, and I really like how, like, it's so peaceful, and it's like suburb, but then also city at the same time, and, like, I do have a couple of community established there, so
yeah, that's really good. I think community is, like, so important, which is why you also have this podcast. But, like, yeah, because everything in our lives is, like, so community driven, I think we're, like, craving that right now. And yeah, I mean, we could low-key, like, raise a family together. We could be neighbors, and our children can be BFFs.
And we can, like, cook together, bake. What is it? Hong Kong egg tarts.
You know, I don't know how to make those, so.
I was actually looking it up on YouTube the other day, how to make egg tarts. So I think I'm gonna make it very soon. Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Yeah. You have to let me know.
Is your Instagram name still We Are Egg Tarts or whatever?
Where
are the egg tarts?
Where are the egg tarts? Yeah, I'm still looking for it.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay.
Aww, yeah. That's good.
Yep. Yeah. Atlanta. Atlanta's the goal. So.
Yeah.
We'll get there. The time and things will just come to us, you know?
Yeah, it's so easy right now to, like, just look, like, too far in the future and be like, what am I gonna do in, like, 5 years? But then I feel like it's a lot
is a lot less like anxious and like knowing that like God obviously has that planned out and like just live out your day by day and just take it slow, like what you said. Right. That's a very good tip for some young adults out there who are struggling. Yeah.
That is so true. Well, Dorothy, thank you so much for joining me into this conversation. Sorry, wait. I said it wrong. Thank you for grabbing coffee with me. I'm still getting used to this. Forgive me, guys.
She's a natural, you guys. This is her first one, and she's doing great. Where's your tea? Where's your cup?
Oh, my coffee.
We gotta end off with like a little like moment or whatever.
Ready? One. Wait, you're on the left.
Oh really? Oh, because I have to like.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me, Grace.
Yeah. Tea. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Tea.
This is so cute. Thank you for having me. We talked about a lot of stuff today, and I love having conversations with you about this. So
thank you so much, Dorothy. We'll definitely talk again soon. So make sure to subscribe. If you want to see more of us, and spilling, I don't know if it's not spilling tea. It's just more like talks.
Yeah, it's just life.
Yeah, life. Yeah. Let's be real.
Comment down below, right, Grace? Like comment like any tips like for like living in this pandemic as a young adult. Do you have any struggles? How are you working through it? Yeah.
You're so cute. I love you.
Okay.
All right. Well, once again, thank you so much, Dorothy, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Oh, thanks, Grace. You too. Mwah.
Mwah. Bye.